Marty Calder, Program Manager for Center Counseling Services, joins us today for parenting tips. Now, this week's topic comes from a viewer-submitted question from a while back. Why is it that my 4-year-old is a perfect angel around other people, but around me, he is a devil? Well, I guess I've seen this in kids as well, in the inverse and in the same way. I guess what's going on in these kids' heads that they're two completely different people depending on who they're around?
Right. Well, and you kind of want to pick your poison too as a parent. It's like, well, around other people, at least, you know, the family looks okay.
Right.
You know, he's not not getting whispers at the restaurant because why am I not controlling the child? But a lot of times, a lot of it's about control and about safety for the child.
Okay.
So if the child feels safe and secure at home and stuff, sometimes you'll see a little bit more of that where they're pretty adventurous other places, or when they're with other people, and with you, that's when they kind of let their hair down and they kind of are bratty.
Okay. So with a kid like this, I mean, if the ball's already down the hill a little ways, how do you correct it?
I think you always want to have good, what's the word I'm thinking of, controls and rules in place in your home for behavior. So this is the way we act no matter where we are. Okay. And that helps a lot, so that it's not so, okay, we're great here and we're going to get all spiffied up for grandma and be a nice boy here, and then at home you can just do whatever you want. So we want to have rules and things in place so that the child has the same expectations at home as they do other places. So
big general guidelines.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Yeah, exactly. And part of it is that, yeah, you don't have to take that kind of, if the kid is really wild and stuff, yeah, you really need to set down some things and say, this is what is expected in our home, and we need to follow it. And we're happy that you're great with other people, but you also need to treat your mom and dad, your sisters and brothers appropriately as well.
Okay. So how, in the inverse situation of this, how do you correct that? Is it the same kind of the general guidelines rule there?
And it is tougher when it's out in a lot of ways out in public, because now you're exposed to everybody around you and all their opinions and what they think should happen, and they don't have any sort of background of what's going on in the family. So you could have a child that is acting out for control and to have their own way, and other times it may be a result of something else. And so it's hard when you're like trying to control them in a restaurant and everybody's like, oh man, that kid is just,
that kid.
Yeah, right? You do have that kid. And so one of the things I always talk about is small things, and then if that's the case, if they're really hard out in public, behaviorally wise, is to do little small doses. So instead of going to the store with 5 kids and trying to get you shopping done for the month, maybe one parent takes the child just to pick up a snack and if it doesn't happen, if they aren't appropriate, then they can just get in the car and go, and they don't get to have anything. So
one story my mom loves to tell is me and my sister were acting up, I guess in a grocery store at one point, said we're gonna leave, if you keep acting up. Yeah. She, I guess, ended up leaving an entire cart of groceries at the grocery store, packed me and my sister up, and left. Bagged it. I guess, is that to throw my mom under the bus right now, is that the appropriate way to do it?
Good thing you turned out so well. You did it exactly right.
Debatable.
But that was one of the issues that I was working with a client, and that's where they had the problem. Their son just went out of control at the store. He wanted everything. He wanted the toys. He wanted snacks, everything. And that's tough in the store. That's why it's so hard in the store. And so doing that kind of, line in the sand is great. I mean, a lot of people don't have the fortitude that your mother had to do that. They're like, I just got to get this done, and so we'll give them a candy bar. The problem, and so they're reinforced, what's called negative reinforcement, because the screaming goes away, but you're positively reinforced because you get the candy bar or whatever. So the next time you go to the store, you're going to do it again because, hey, last time it worked.
It worked.
I got a candy bar.
All right. So cool. Well, thanks for stopping by this morning.